Hey guys, this is Dark Skeleton, and you know how in the last video I said to make a house so that you have protection during the night when zombies come and maul you to death? Well, yes, that's true. A house will protect you from those things, but you don't actually necessarily have to build a house. Instead, what you can do is go straight underground. This is probably more for players that are feeling really adventurous, but if you're willing to take the risk, the rewards are great if you go underground and just start mining right away. You can also run into a bunch of chests which will give you things like potions, torches, and accessories that can really help you out, actually. They do exist on the surface, but not to the same abundance, and you won't find any gold chests on the surface either. Now, what not to do is to run in two headfirst and to get attacked by all of these difficult monsters. Things like yellow slimes and these jellyfish are not going to be able to be taken out by your starting gear. Copper and wood doesn't come close to dealing with these. So really your only option is to evade them. Luckily, they have pretty stupid artificial intelligence, so it's actually not that hard to do so. You can knock them off edges, or you can just get to a ledge or something like that, where they just can't reach you. Evading monsters is really a learned skill, so if you do attempt this, don't be surprised if you die a bunch of times without having really proper gear for it. But if you do go ahead and go through with this, you can get up to a higher tier of gear really quickly. And that's very good for you, actually, because the starting pickaxe is incredibly slow. Once you see what the later game pickaxes can do, you will actually loathe the copper pickaxe. It is really, really slow. Now, if you're underground and you ever need to go back up, what you can just do is start digging up and to the left or up and to the right, effectively making yourself something like a dirt or stone staircase just out of the environment that's around you. And this can also be used for obtaining items or obtaining ore that you otherwise couldn't get to because it was out of reach. It's a very useful technique. All you need to be able to do is to dig enough space out of the area upwards that you want to jump to so that your character can fit to, and make sure that there's a ledge or a step for you to jump onto. Using this, you can get just about anywhere inside of the game. Now, later on, of course, you get things like hooks, which can allow you to grapple onto things and move all over the place much easier. And that'll make your life a lot easier once you get it, but it might not be for a little while until then, so go ahead and practice this technique. Now, it's not just ore that you're trying to mine down here, but you can also run into life crystals. Now, what a life crystal does is if you use it, it permanently increases your health by 20 up to a total of 400. This is very, very important if you want to progress in the game. The thing about life crystals is that you can only actually find them underground, so you'll be doing a lot of spelunking in order to increase your HP. Now, you'll see that I just got 2 in a row there. That's actually incredibly lucky. Don't expect that to happen to you the first time you go down. But if it does, congratulations, you're now a lot harder to kill. Now, while you're underground, you may come across one of these abandoned rooms, which contain a gold chest, and inside of that chest, you're going to find much better loot than the wooden chests on the surface. The accessories in these chests are actually very, very useful, so you're going to want to find as many of these rooms and collect their golden chests as much as possible, and you can also take the chest with you. Now, when you're done mining resources, I generally find that the safest way to get out of there and go back to the surface without dying is to use the technique I talked about earlier, mining up and to the left. Another option you could try using is if you made a bunch of wooden platforms beforehand. That requires taking any amount of wood and just transforming them into wooden platforms inside of your inventory, no workbench needed. Then you can place those as spots you can jump onto to get all the way out. Now, that said, it takes a lot of wood in order to do so, so it depends on the amount of preparation you want to do. Now, to reiterate on my earlier point, the starting gear that you have available is not enough to take out the monsters down here. You want to exercise evasion, and if you get trapped in a corner like I just did, you might go down. But the thing is, for most players, especially those who are going to be watching tutorial videos, you're going to be playing on softcore mode, where the only thing you really lose when you die is half of your money. So even suiciding just to go back up to the surface quicker is a completely legitimate strategy. On a mode like Hardcore, where your character dies permanently, though, you may actually want to do a lot more surface preparation before going down to mine. I was able to get a lot of ore down there, so in the next video I'll show you how to smelt ore and make weapons and armor. I've been Dark Skeleton, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.